On a July morning in Strasbourg, a woman stepped into the street and began to dance. There was no music, no crowd, no reason anyone could name. She moved until her legs trembled, then kept moving. When night came, she didn't stop. When her shoes split open, she didn't stop. By the time others joined her, the city was no longer watching a woman dance. It was watching control disappear.
Subscribe.
Strasbourg, summer of 1518. A city already exhausted. The Rhine carried trade and rumors. Disease lingered in the alleys. The harvest had failed more than once. Bread was scarce. Prices rose. Bodies weakened. Medicine offered little certainty. Illness was explained through imbalance or judgment. Faith filled the gaps knowledge could not. One name entered the record. Trophy. Nothing else is known about her life. No age, no family history, no motive. She began dancing outside her home. Witnesses described movement without pattern. Not ritual, not celebration. Her husband tried to restrain her. She resisted. Hours passed, then a day. She continued through the night, her body refusing to rest. By the second day, neighbors gathered. Some assumed it would end. Others feared something darker. Clergy were summoned, prayers were spoken. The movement continued. By the third day, Trophy collapsed briefly. She stood again, she resumed. Her feet swelled, her breathing grew uneven. Then others began to dance. There was no shared signal, no instruction. Each person moved alone. Accounts describe men and women from poorer districts. Most showed signs of exhaustion before joining. The number increased steadily, dozens within days. City officials intervened. Physicians were consulted. They dismissed possession. This was physical. Their diagnosis pointed to overheated blood, an internal imbalance. The prescribed cure was simple. The afflicted must continue dancing until the excess resolved. Musicians were hired. Public squares were cleared. Wooden platforms were constructed. The dancers were placed upon them. Music filled the streets. The condition worsened. Movement intensified, endurance stretched beyond limit. Witnesses recorded bodies collapsing mid-step. Some suffered seizures, some never rose again. Deaths were mentioned without detail. Heart failure, exhaustion. By August, hundreds were affected. Fear replaced curiosity. The city council reversed course. Music was banned, stages dismantled. The explanation changed. This was no longer illness, it was a curse. The dancers were transported beyond the city walls. Their destination was a shrine dedicated to Saint Vitus. Saint Vitus was believed to punish sinners with uncontrollable movement. At the shrine, rituals replaced medicine. Prayers were spoken, feet were bound. Gradually, the dancing stopped. No cure was declared, no cause agreed upon. The outbreak ended without resolution. The event entered history as an anomaly. Later scholars searched for explanation. One theory points to ergot poisoning, a fungus found in contaminated rye. It can cause convulsions and hallucinations. But ergot causes pain and confusion. It does not sustain coordinated movement for weeks. Another explanation focuses on mass psychogenic illness, a collective stress response. The conditions support this view: chronic hunger, disease, religious pressure, movement as an unconscious release. This remains the dominant theory, yet gaps persist. The dancers did not thrash randomly. They moved with intent. Many resisted restraint. Some remained active far beyond expected physical limits. No single explanation accounts for all recorded details. The cause remains uncertain. The plague ended without answers, not because it was understood, but because it was contained. The dancers stopped moving. The city kept breathing. Records moved on. Names were lost. Strasbourg survived. And when survival matters more than truth, how easily does forgetting become the cure?
Like and subscribe.